Hi, I'm Dr. Kenny Levine with Health Talk, again streaming live on the web at www.tvchannel19.com. One of the biggest joys I have in my professional life is to work with restorative dentists. I'm here today with one of my favorite doctors, Dr. Julie Nordman. Julie is a dentist in Coral Springs, Florida. Julie, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You know, when I bring guests on, I want to talk about what they do and unique things about them. Now, your brother is a dentist also, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Did you guys grow up wanting to be dentists? How did that develop?
Well, he is the older brother, and he wanted to be a dentist before I did, and actually I wanted to be a dental hygienist. And, you know, growing up, I loved art, I loved working with my hands, and my mother said, you know what, instead of being the hygienist, just be the doctor. So,
And where'd you grow up?
I grew up in, actually I was born in Miami Beach, grew up in South Florida, so I'm a native Floridian.
Did you have any other family members who were dentists?
I did. My oldest uncle is a dentist, a retired dentist now, and he kind of got us interested in dentistry. And I have another uncle who's an eye surgeon, so there's a lot of doctors in our family.
Did your uncle, the dentist, practice here in South Florida?
No, he didn't. He actually practiced out of the country, and he's maintained his retirement in that country as well.
Great. So did you and Tom go to dental school together?
We didn't. Tom went to University of Florida in Gainesville, and I went to Tufts University in Boston.
I actually taught in Gainesville, probably before your brother was there.
Okay.
And back then, actually, it was at the time of the formation of the school, I spent my first part of the year in trailers, and then they built this magnificent dental facility. And so what was the difference in graduation years? How far apart were you?
He was in 1985, and I graduated in 1989, so.
I want to talk about women in dentistry. When I was in dental school in Baltimore, we had 104 students in our class, and there were only 3 females, one of which had been an instructor of ours who was a foreign-trained dentist. Now, more than half the classes are dentists. I spoke with a dentist from Panama, and she said when she and her husband went to school there, more than 90% of the classes were dentists. What was it like when you were in school?
When I was in school, it was approximately 30% or so, and I know throughout the years it's, as you say, becoming more and more female dentists, so I know it's about half now.
You know, I've spoken with female and male dentists. I've had the men say to me that women have a natural ability for aesthetics. Do you find that helps?
You know, being female, of course, you always want to look your best. I can really relate to women's desire to want to have a nice smile, and so I think that gives me a little edge as far as just being female and wanting to look your best.
Now, you and your brother don't practice together now, is that?
We don't. No, we don't.
I think, did you at one time?
We did. We practiced for many years together.
Did you find that you tended to enjoy doing one aspect of dentistry more than he did and vice versa?
I actually did a lot of pedo with children's dentistry, and so he focused a lot on crown and bridge. And as we separated, unfortunately, we only separated just due to distance.
Right.
I really missed practicing with him, but we had 2 offices, and we were each of us going to both offices. So just for logistics and having us go to one office. That's how we
You spend a lot of
separate.
time on the road. I know when
Yes.
I first opened my office in Tamarack, I was working in an office in Hollywood, and I would spend lunchtimes traveling back and forth because I wanted my office to be open every day. So I would spend Monday morning in Tamarack, Monday afternoon in Hollywood, and vice versa as I went through the week until I got busier in my own office location. What is your favorite thing to do?
In everything, or dentistry, or?
Well, let's talk about dentistry. Your favorite,
Okay.
when you walk in the office, what would make you the most excited, the happiest to spend that day?
I think my ultimate satisfaction is seeing a patient who comes to the office very fearful, not even wanting to start any kind of treatment, and then to see that patient not being afraid and helping this person achieve their dental goals.
You know, it's interesting because I've always said that patients who are very anxious, very fearful, and it's one of the questions I ask, how do you feel about going to the dentist? Are you nervous? They come across very many times a little angry, only because they're concerned, they're nervous, and especially the guys don't like to admit it.
Right.
So we're going to talk about that. And you know, it's interesting you brought that up, because one of the greatest satisfactions I have is getting that anxious, nervous patient comfortable. I'm Dr. Kenny Levine. We'll be back in a moment with Dr. Nordman, and this is Health Talk. Thank you.